Dear listener, ClockTower is intended for mature audiences and might be inappropriate or possibly triggering to some. Many of the themes and events in ClockTower are inspired by weird fiction as well as similar concepts, which means the show can get dark.
If that isn't something you enjoy, please listen at your own discretion. We here at the ClockTower care about you, so please put your mental health first. Our show will be here when you're ready.
Welcome to another episode of ClockTower, a D&D 5e experience. For those of you familiar with 5th edition, please keep in mind that all of our players are playing a custom class called the ClockTower Agent. We also play with a lot of house rules in our games that we address in earlier episodes. We have a special guest for this arc as well. Wagonwheel and Alex are played by our good friend, Tyler, and we're so lucky to have him on the show. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and welcome to the ClockTower. As the 4 ClockTower agents and their new, small bird-like friend make their way, quietly, through the majority of the city, they eventually come to where Alex's map had marked what they can only assume to be written as the entrance. A large metal disc that, as the ClockTower agents stare at it for a few moments, recognize that it's called a manhole, seems to be blocking the entrance. From what all of you know of it, these things tend to be rather heavy, but with the right tools are made to be removed. What would you guys like to do?
I guess I could wedge my sword underneath this and kind of pop it open.
I mean, I think that'll work, right?
Yeah. Okay. Rock's gonna look around to make sure there's not an officer or anything like that, or anybody that could see.
There might be 1 or 2 people around this late at night, but they're not really paying attention to what the 4 of you are doing. And in fact, there's one rather well-dressed gnomish woman who starts walking towards the group of 5 people standing in the middle of the street in long coats and wide-brimmed hats, and she nods to herself and turns the other direction and starts walking away.
All right, I'm gonna. What's up, Jaeger?
Jaeger, as she walks away, Jaeger just goes, "Have a nice evening."
She walks faster.
Oh.
Good job.
Okay.
Good job. All right, I'm gonna pop this open. Worst comes to worst, you guys cause a distraction. Rock's gonna start popping it open.
I feel like that's...
The distraction, no. I'm gonna just do this.
This is the plan, Wagonwheel.
And Slam is gonna just flick a little magical spark onto the ground and cast Silent Image, creating a kind of phantasmal image of just a normal street.
All right. At the edges of the spell that Sam has cast from the inside, it kind of looks like almost a mirror image of where you guys are supposed to be standing. Almost as if from the outside, from any perspective, it would look like the scene of a street. But from the inside, it looks like a reversed scene of the street, sort of looking like one of those weird panoramic images. So it's kind of trippy to be inside of Sam's spell right here, but if you actually focus one of those strange pictures where the scene kind of comes together, you can actually see beyond it into the street without having to roll a perception check or anything like that.
Rock's gonna go, "Is that not a distraction? It's literally what I just said." I'm assuming I need to roll for this.
Yeah, I want to say give me a dexterity check first for how accurately you're wedging your sword in between the crack of, considering your sword is rather large and the manhole cover is a circle. And I don't know if you've ever tried to take a big rigid flat thing and stick it into a cylindrical crack, but it doesn't fit very well.
All right, I don't enjoy this, but I will do it. 14.
You guys both see the cobblestone edges kind of get bitten into by the sword and crack in different places. To the 3 ClockTower agents, this is not surprising. You guys have seen your weapons cut through all manner of stuff and be very, very powerful. Wagonwheel, that sword shouldn't be able to do that. That sword is extremely powerful. It seems to be cutting into stone.
Oh, all right. Let me pop the top on this thing. I'm just gonna
roll I would say strength check, but the sword is an extension of yourself, as we've covered several times. So make a charisma check.
Yeah. That went less good. That's a 7.
You start trying to push on it and strain a little bit, as everybody kind of watches you, and it doesn't lift up.
This thing. This isn't from here. It's really powerful. This might actually be the thing we need to kill. He's gonna Rock's gonna dart their eyes back and forth in embarrassment.
You just hear. Doesn't say anything. Jaeger just looks at you and just smacks his lips.
Let's make it work, Wagonwheel.
Does Rock lift it up enough for me and Jaeger to both put our hands underneath and pry as well?
You think so? Yeah.
Okay.
It kind of like lifts up for a second, and then Rock has to let go.
Rock, why don't you try again? Jaeger, can you try and grab the other side while we both pull?
Sure, but just Reagan, don't you have a sword that's smaller, and you can just use that instead of Rock's giant sword?
Yeah, teamwork to defeat the evil monster.
And in the end, it sort of should all work out better. Let's lift it. Come on. I got this.
Wagonwheel's just going through a little bag that he has on his back, like, what do I have? What do I have? What do I have? He's just pulling out all sorts of small things that he's stolen.
Let's try this again and then...
All right, both of you roll a strength check. Or one of you roll a strength check with advantage.
Do I need to roll a charisma check again, or am I able to just still get
we're
it?
just going to say you're holding it up.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nat 20?
Oh.
6.
Take a nat 20.
It's advantage, so nat 20, yeah. So, Jaeger, you actually don't have time to get your fingers under the manhole cover when Reagan grabs it and is like, okay, lift, and then just throws it over the hole.
Oh.
Yeah, I helped. Yeah, let's go.
I must have weakened it.
Teamwork.
I must have weakened it. Thank you, Ray.
Wagonwheel picks his head back up from the thing flying over his head, just slowly turns and looks around and gives a little thumbs up.
And you can still hear the metal on cobblestone slowly coming to a rolling stop in the background. Just
Rock's gonna lean over it to just look into it. Is there a ladder or some kind, or?
it actually just looks like a straight drop into a half circle tunnel with a pungent river running in a sort of canal in between two about sidewalks-sized ways to walk on either side.
Rock's just gonna immediately plunge in.
You what?
If it's a drop that leads into a pungent river, right?
Right, it's a shallow river.
Oh, okay. It's not.
It's like two pieces of concrete have a slow dip in the middle to make a channel for sewage.
Then I'll say Rock gets the motivation to be all right, let's go.
Yeah, and then the smell hits you. In fact, the smell hits all of you. Everybody roll a Constitution save.
Oh no. Oh no.
6 for Rock.
9 for Jaeger.
12 for Wagonwheel.
18 for Reagan.
4 for Sam.
Reagan's strong.
Did anybody else get below 5 or just Sam?
Just Sam.
Sam was distracted.
Yeah, Sam, you didn't eat very much before you came here, but you still lose a lot of your lunch somehow.
Is the smell now worse because Sam just vomited? Is it
No.
No?
Yeah, there's no making that smell worse.
No.
Do we have handkerchiefs?
I think most of you have some sort of extra form of cloth around you. As previously described, Rock wears a sash, and I think Rock also has a sort of bandana around their neck, and everybody else has some form of extra cloth somewhere on them. Not to mention Sam usually has a bunch of random assorted bits of stuff in their pockets.
Sam, you should definitely put something over your mouth and nose.
I didn't remember eating this.
Wagonwheel just walks over to Sam and starts patting them on the back, just there, Wagonwheel. Just let it all out. Just okay. That's a lot, buddy. Ooh.
I hate this.
Well, we need to get down there somehow.
Okay. Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but and Jaeger will pull up the bandana around his neck over his nose, very Desperado style, and just in we go, and climbs the ladder down.
There is no ladder down.
Shit.
Yeah.
Then
As previously stated, you drop about 7 feet down.
okay, he'll hang on the edge and then sort of wing himself over to the side so doesn't land in the Pendant River.
All right. I'm not going to make you roll for it. I feel like you can do it pretty easily. Does everybody follow suit?
Rock
Yeah.
does.
Wagonwheel will jump in after.
If it's all right with Sam, I'm gonna throw Sam down to some of
You're going to help
one of the
Sam
boys.
over. Yeah, I think everybody kind of gets down, and Reagan and Rock ending up being the last one. Everybody helping Sam over to one of the side walkways. Do you guys start following Alex's map through the sewers?
I see no reason not to.
I believe I'm not mistaken in saying that Reagan is currently holding the map and leading the group down the sewers. As whether or not we leave this in the campaign, Darby's the one who decided to post the pathway through the maze, so that's what we're going to be going with.
Wait, what?
You didn't see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Darby was like,
open
I'm
your
done.
messenger.
Reagan figured out the map, and so you guys are following Reagan's lead.
I have a question. Is this area lit at all?
It's not.
In that case, Sam would weakly raise their pipe, and then 4 little globules of light will glow around it, and I will cast dancing lights for the party.
Nice.
Toolbox.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Sam.
The lights, Wagonwheel. The light.
And all of you start making your way through the long tunnels of the sewer. Its twists and turns seem to disorient, but mostly with Reagan's help following the map and its pathway through the sewers, you tend to make pretty good time navigating. However, eventually, about halfway through, deep within the sewers, you hear sounds up ahead of you as you are making your way through. More than just the sounds of dripping water and the general current of the different sewage going down different pathways in the sewer. It's a sound like scrabbling claws on stone and small chittering noises.
Oh no.
Guys, I don't know if I should be firing my gun in here. Jaeger sort of whispers. I just had a thought and realized that methane is a thing.
That could be an issue. If that's the case,
I'll stay
you
in the
guys are
back.
going to have an issue.
Yeah, I'll stay in the back and run away if I have to. Unless, I'm going to die, then we'll all die.
Rock's going to look at Sam and go, hey, Sam, do you have any, does that pipe hit things?
I mean, I'd rather not, but yeah.
All right, it's just me. I got Wagonwheel.
Wagonwheel puts up his dukes.
I mean, Reagan does have a sword.
Yeah.
Ah! I've never seen you use that thing.
Well, because usually you're dead.
That's a good point.
Ooh.
Wagonwheel just sort of makes like a hard turn towards Sam and then over at Rock and just looks kind of confused.
Not even going to try to explain it. Yeah, it's a good point. Well, I'm sure you know how to use that thing well. Just never seen it.
All right. Should we cloak ourselves? Looking particularly at Sam for this.
I mean, I can't make us go invisible. I don't know.
You must be unseen, Wagonwheel. You must hide until you have found them, and then you strike.
We should do that.
Okay. That being said,
Wagonwheel has a very interesting life.
Wagonwheel.
thank you, Wagonwheel.
Wagonwheel.
I say we have a couple options. We can try to either sneak past whatever this thing is, or we can lure it out, have Wagonwheel be a sneaky, and then gets it.
Wagonwheel.
Now, problem with that question. What if there's more than one and Wagonwheel gets overrun like the skeleton thing?
Wagonwheel.
Okay, well we're there as well. We also get sneaky.
And if we're gonna lure something, that is something I can actually do. Especially if this is a dark tunnel. I can send one of my lights over and then bring it back around the corner.
Yeah. I like
While we're there, we just bounce on it.
You guys have hands. I'll be over here not shooting a gun underground.
You can bodyguard me.
Yeah,
you can-
I'll throw myself in the way.
Just turn your gun around and
I
just.
mean, hopefully
pop it.
not, but
I don't think I can do that. I feel like that's not allowed.
What do you mean that's not allowed?
It feels like I'm going to if I was going to punch someone with my wrist. It feels weird.
No, not with your wrist. You can just turn your gun around.
No.
It's a
I'm
physical
saying
thing.
it just feels wrong to do that.
I don't know if this is.
Well,
I mean,
your fists are bigger than Sam's.
I don't want to
Wagonwheel puts up his dukes.
I don't
He
wanna-
just looks at his fist, looks at Wagonwheel and Sam's fists, goes, This is not very impressive. Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt your beliefs or nothing, but this might be a fight.
Yeah. Hey, DM. What, if I were to use my gun as a club, would that do anything? Because I don't know if it'll do anything. I don't have a bayonet, do I?
It still counts as a ClockTower weapon, right?
I don't know.
You just turn it around and gun butt somebody?
Can I bayonet somebody with my gun? Without a bayonet?
I mean, just poking somebody.
Quarterstaff spear someone with a rifle?
I will say that you are not proficient in using your gun as a club because you only ever shoot it.
That's
That
true.
is what you are proficient in doing.
That's true.
You are a marksman, not a frontline.
Yeah.
So you'll have disadvantage on any of your attack rolls,
Yeah.
and you won't get to add your modifier bonus to damage.
All right, strike it from the record.
Yeah, if I punch somebody, I'll have a -1, so I won't do any damage at all.
Might end up healing me.
Well, you still do your weapon damage, just not modifier in addition.
No, I mean, like, if I were to punch somebody, I would do 1 damage plus strength, and I have -1. So it'd be 1 damage minus 1 damage, so I'd be doing 0 damage.
That's fair.
All right, so are we stealthing? Sam's going to lure him out, then pop him?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I feel like that's a smart plan.
I'll
If-
protect the president.
Y'all want to, you know.
This is the plan,
What?
Wagonwheel. Wagonwheel's just gonna move over to the side of the tunnel and, like, imagine there's like moss and probably some uncomfortable vegetation growing in this moist, bad place.
A fair amount, yeah.
Yeah, Wagonwheel being small just like wedges his little talons underneath it and rips it off the wall and then hides behind it.
He just gnarled the moss.
We can't say that.
I'll say that.
Thank you, Cap. Cap, did you see my facial reaction or did you just know?
Well, I just knew.
Parker and I gave each other the exact same.
Sorry. He just ninja'd the moss.
I feel like I've heard a song about that before.
Sorry.
All right.
You're looking at me.
I'm waiting for somebody to say something.
Right. Well, in that case, who's going first?
Ooh, marching order.
Right now, the marching order is Reagan, then Rock, then Wagonwheel,
Wagonwheel.
then Sam, and in the very back, Jaeger.
Reagan, what is your health?
23.
All right, I do have 33 health, so maybe I should be on the very front line just for this. We can switch out whenever you're leading.
I was assuming that you were gonna take charge, being first to attack no matter what, anyways.
That would probably be preferable, just due to my health and hopefully my attack.
Ellie, correct me if I'm wrong, but is this a 10-foot tunnel with like 5 feet either side, essentially?
The sewer is actually 15 feet wide. There's about a 5-foot walkway on either side of a 5-foot channel of sewage. It stretches in a labyrinthian way throughout the entire underground of the city, and you are all trying to make your way to a designated point on the map where the sewer opens up into the old catacombs. And there is a sort of T-shape to the sewer up ahead of you where it turns left and right. And from around the corner to the left, which is the direction you guys need to be going to follow Reagan's pathway, you hear the scratching and scrabbling. Sounds like a mixture of tiny noises and one really big noise shuffling.
If we're gonna be doing this, I can move one of my lats over if y'all want to get ready.
I think that's the best idea we got.
Yep.
Everyone ready?
Wagonwheel hides behind his stinky moss cloak.
Should we roll stealth checks?
That would be appreciated, yes.
All right, dope.
Let's go.
And while you're at it, roll initiative.
Oh,
Rolled the same number twice.
So for stealth, Wagonwheel got a 19.
I got a nat 20 for initiative, and I got a 9 for stealth.
Of course.
Oh no.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
I got a 7 for stealth, and I rolled the same number, so I got a 12 on initiative.
Wagonwheel actually got a 19 for stealth and initiative.
Oh, wow.
All right. The group moves forward with a combined average of a 12 stealth check. And the initiative order goes, as far as you guys know or are concerned, Rock, Wagonwheel, Sam, Reagan, Jaeger.
It's not going to be that. I'm getting shot, guys. I'm getting
See you in the clock tower.
See you in the clock tower. Oh.
Rock, as you turn the corner and you see what is making the noises, you can see, while still remaining stealthed, one big, about 5 foot long and 3 feet tall, monstrous looking rat with really gnarled and yellow teeth. And it looks like it's pretty old because it actually has like moss growing on some of its matted fur. And it is like rooting around in the sewage. And you see it like pull its mouth out of the sewage as sewage water drains out of the sides of its teeth. And it's gnawing on some sort of arm. And all around it are tons of little tiny rats that are just scrabbling around everywhere. And they keep jumping up on top of the bigger rat and using it as a boat through the canals of sewage, and the other ones are like clinging to the sides. They're like, they'll jump from one of the walkways onto the larger rat and then onto the other walkway, and they're all sort of just scrabbling around and scratching the stone and sort of picking at the bits of refuge that are washing up on the shore, on the sides of the canals, as that seems to be where all of the horrible noises and scratching is coming from. And they don't seem to have noticed any of you.
Rock's gonna turn, because this is a corner we're going around.
Uh-huh.
Rock's gonna turn the corner, see it, and then go back. Rock's gonna like stumble backwards into you guys, but like plan, just like, no, get back. All right.
You just hear it from around the corner of the...
I don't want to alarm you guys, but we're coming face to face with a rat boat.
A rat boat.
What the fuck is a rat boat?
Rat boat. It's a giant rat that has tiny rats using it as a raft.
What?
So it's more of a rat raft than a rat boat.
Whatever sounds best to you. All I know is that it's very big.
Rat raft.
It was chewing on a human arm, and there's a lot of tiny rats with it.
Oh.
Jaeger, there's a giant rat.
Wagonwheel puts up his dukes.
It is a rat, right? I mean, not to insult any of y'all's abilities, but we did just kill like a giant skeleton monster.
It's a big fucking rat. It's still okay. Sam, I have an idea. Can you?
The rat is bigger than Sam.
Sam,
Eat 'em whole.
I don't like.
can you use your abilities to get the tiny rats away from the big rat?
That depends how they react to something like light and illusions.
Can you make like a tasty human body to like get the tiny rats to go to?
Heresy.
We need to take the big rat by itself, otherwise we're gonna get swarmed by the tiny rats.
I can make the illusionary image of a small lost boy down here, but he won't
for it.
smell good. That it'll just be like a picture.
As long as you can lead them to it and distract them for long enough for us to take care of the big rat.
Why don't I just do what I was originally gonna do and just send a light and then bring the light back?
Hey, Sam, can you roll a perception check for me?
Certainly. That's a natural 20.
While you're considering the possibility of whether or not Rock's plan will work, you kind of like get the urge to try and see these things yourself. Like, maybe I should... You peek
Scope
around
it out
the
a
corner
bit.
and you look at them for half a second, and you notice something that it seems that Rock didn't. The majority of their eyes are very, very white and pale and cloudy, if not milky in color.
So would
You're almost sure they're blind.
Sam's gonna kind of like stare at them and then notice how large the large rat is.
It is very large. Yeah, no, it is questionably large.
Sam's gonna round the corner again. Oh, it's a large rat.
It's a big fucking rat.
Also, they're all blind.
What?
They're blind.
Oh.
How can you tell?
Well, when you look at them, they don't got a pupil. It's just white, right?
Oh, this makes it slightly easier.
So, I feel like if there's a way for us to not make noise, we could probably either move around them, or someone can make a noise, and they'll all go that way.
Are there any rocks?
I'm right here.
Jaeger contemplates just pushing Rock out there, but he goes, no, that's messed up.
Is there anything that I can throw in the opposite direction?
A lot of the stuff down here from when the walkways flood, when it rains and things like that, gets swept up into the canals and on the edges of the canals. In fact, you can see a lot of different like refuge and other things that you might be able to pick up sort of collected upon the edges of the walkways that you guys are standing on. It would mean you'd have to reach into the sewage to grab it. Or, like, you could try and be really, really delicate. Like, you know when you pick up a river rock from a river and you're trying to, like, pick it up without getting any of the water on you? It's like that, but with, like, sewage.
Jaeger will pop open his gun and just hand Reagan a bullet.
What do you want me to use the bullet for?
Do you want to reach into the water? You can. I'm not going to stop you, but this seems easier.
Oh!
Wagonwheel is just standing there watching everybody. A big fucking rat.
Wait, oh shit, we taught Wagonwheel how to cuss.
Oh shit.
Oh no!
Okay. Shh. I'm gonna chuck the bullet in the other direction. Hopefully bouncing off of both of the walls.
Roll a dexterity check for me.
17.
So you manage to throw the bullet down the walkway, and it does bounce and make a significant noise as it, like, clangs on several of the stone walls and echoes in the sewer. And a few of the rats, as, like, Rock is, like, peeking around the corner, like, look up and, like, sniff the air, and then the big rat, like, goes and plunges its head right back into the sewage. As several of the other, like, as it plunges its head, a rat that was on its head, like, scrabbles to hold on to its head, but just completely fails and splooshes into the water and starts, like, dog paddling back to the walkway.
I mean, they're kind of cute. Like, in spurts. They can swim.
No.
As the noises continue to echo down the hallway.
All right, I said kinda. Kinda.
Wagonwheel puts his dukes back up.
What if we... I mean, we need to separate them, because if we try to take them all on at once, we're going to get rat-piled.
Okay, idea?
Yeah?
I have a gun.
You said you didn't want to shoot it.
I don't want to shoot it. But if you guys all decide to go back down the way a little bit, I can shoot. Might take out all of me and them at the same time, but I could shoot, and it would clear the way.
No.
Jaeger, no.
I feel like I'd be fine.
No. Even Wagonwheel
Says no.
Wagonwheel.
Oh, okay.
Look, we appreciate the sentiment, but we don't want to see you back at the clock tower this early.
Well, I mean...
And also the pain. Oh god, the pain.
Oh, yeah, fireballs. Oh.
Yeah, fireballs.
Forgot.
They aren't fun.
I forgot.
Hey, Jaeger, don't be like me and Duran, okay? I don't want to see you sitting out a whole mission.
Exactly.
Ear pauses. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Rock glares at you. All right, what are we doing?
Wagonwheel puts his dukes up.
Do you want to send Wagonwheel out there?
I'm not gonna say Wagonwheel like that.
He looks ready to fight.
I say, since I can cast a ranged attack that will not cause the tunnel to explode, I will try and hit one of the smaller rats, and if it notices us, great. We have a defensive position right here around a corner. If they don't, that's probably going to take 30 minutes, but I can probably kill them all.
Rock's going to check their pocket watch as they say it's going to take 30 minutes. How much time do we have?
I mean, it was 30 minutes when you got into the sewers initially. Probably add another 15, something like that. So I'm going to say you guys are probably working on like 2 hours right now, this deep into the sewers. It's going to be maybe another 30 minutes at least before you make it out of the sewers completely, and you have no idea how long it's going to take you to get through the catacombs. But since you have a map, it makes this much, much easier.
We're already halfway through our time. We got to try something quicker.
Then I'll fire away and see where it goes.
Okay.
Sam's gonna like shuffle around the corner and then hold up their pipe and then fire a bolt at one of the smaller rats.
Roll the hit.
That's a 16.
That hits.
8 damage.
Not one, but 2 of the smaller rats in one of the like small groups is caught up in your blast, and they completely just are gone. You erased them from existence. The light that like sort of started to glow at the end of Sam's pipe. You flick it with your wrist, and like the small sparks that you shoot off to make your illusions, this one doesn't shoot off to make an illusion or bounce anywhere. It just kind of like hits one of the rat's head, and then like the rat kind of impacts and then is gone. From this rat's perspective, it saw a big light and then there was nothing. And all the other rats that are scrabbling around don't seem to have noticed or cared. They're still just like scrabbling for food. In fact, some of them are just like, they're just eating the boys that you just exploded.
Should we just walk through?
I mean, they didn't notice
Fucking
it.
rat. Wagonwheel's got a point.
Wagon wheel.
I mean, we could try. I don't see why not. They don't seem
Don't
hard.
seem to be noticing.
You know what? Sure.
I mean, just don't walk on the rats and don't splash the water, and I'd probably be fine.
Don't squish the rats. Don't splash the water. Sounds easy enough to me.
So you guys gonna go try and make your way through the rats?
Yes.
Would you like to re-roll your stealth check or keep the same stealth that you guys all have
Reroll.
currently?
I need a reroll.
Okay.
Please let me reroll.
Jaeger,
Yeah.
could you take out another one of your bullets just in case?
Can. Here you go.
If we make noise, I would like to chuck
Okay,
the
nice.
bullet.
14.6. You guys actually got better with a 14 stealth.
Higher. Yay. Yeah.
Only slightly because we got 2 outliers. That
2 points.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna roll to see if the rocks smell you, or the. They are gray. To see if the rats smell you. Natural 20 on their first roll, and 13. So the advantage, they're gonna take the natural 20.
smell. I've only been thinking about sound.
Keen smell. Small swarm. The swarm has advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on smell.
All right, guys.
Can I have do I think about this before we go through? Just
I don't think so.
Nope.
okay.
We're like, great plan, guys.
You guys are tiptoeing through rats surrounding your ankles and everything, as like you're right next to the big rat who's just like, and when you guys get like close to them, they all like turn their heads to you and their ears perk up, and it looks like they want to all go to Chowtown.
Wagon wheel punches one.
Oh my god!
Just whack.
Wagon wheel!
Nice.
They're only up to his. Oh god, they're up to his waist.
Which means they're up to my hips.
We're surrounded.
And I am going to say, since all of you were sneaking and you got caught, the rats get a surprise round on you guys.
Oh no.
We were so self-assured.
Sam, 9 to hit,
Nope.
and Rock, 6 to hit. Nope. Reagan, the big boy, as you guys are like trying to sneak around, is gonna like wrench its head up and try and like take a big old bite out of you with a 6 to hit.
No.
Yeah. Oh wait, it does have advantage on this attack because it has pack tactics,
Great.
and that puts it at a solid 12 to hit.
No.
That is the rat's surprise round.
Rat.
I don't know what you were expecting. They're a bunch of rats.
They're a bunch of blind rats.
One of them's a big rat.
It's a big
Yeah,
rat.
it's a big rat who like rummages in sewage all day and eats garbage.
It's a big
Terrifying.
I mean, we
That
are
could be
essentially
deadly.
being attacked by seagulls.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I mean, that is fucking terrifying.
That's
Top of the
more
round, it's
terrifying.
Rock's turn.
Rock's gonna look at the big fucking rat,
Okay.
take out their sword, and just plunge attack it on its head. Just
All right, roll to hit.
8.
Do we have it flanked?
You actually do have the big rat flank from where Rock is to Sam.
Do I get it?
You roll with advantage, yes.
Yeah. 10.
Total?
Yeah, I got a 5. I got a 3 on the first roll and a 5 on the second.
Doing great.
You can't see it, but I just facepalmed on accident.
Rock, you pull your sword out, and you go to swing the sword above your head to hit the big rat, and it chunks into the roof of the sewer as you look up and go, oh.
Come on!
Wagonwheel.
Can Wagonwheel move to flank the big rat?
Yes.
Excellent. Wagonwheel will flank the big rat and punch it in the butt. 21?
No, that misses actually. No, yeah, it hits.
This rat.
God.
Jesus.
Sorry, it's 12, not 21. My bad.
31 rat AC. 31 rat AC.
The rat brandishes a clock tower
hate
weapon.
these.
You!
Who's you all?
And damage?
With sneak attack, Wagonwheel lands 11 damage on the rat.
Are you just punching with your hand, or?
Wagonwheel is just full on palm striking this rat in the spine.
The rat, gives out a tremble and a shiver before collapsing into the sewer and starts floating down the canal.
Holy shit, Wagonwheel.
It's dead. You just killed it.
Wagonwheels can move over to another pile of rats and with his bonus action,
Actually-
palm more rats.
You do, and you make several rats explode, but as the big rat is dead, several of the other rats, all the little baby ones, are all trying to clamber onto the big rat as it's moving away and ride it down the sewer as it disappears.
Rat.
Rat.
Rock's just gonna, stare at the rat raft, look back at Wagonwheel and go, I told you guys we should have just sent in Wagonwheel!
Wagonwheel.
Look at him!
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Wagonwheel just holds up his fists like he just victory.
Reagan pats Wagonwheel on the head. Good job, buddy.
Wagonwheel, you have triumphed over heresy once again.
Yeah!
And the rest of the trip through the sewer is a lot of the same. However horrifying and disgusting several of the monsters are in the sewer, with all of you working together, you're able to just completely destroy them without them having much of a chance, and nothing really is able to stand in your guys' way. There are a couple more swarms of rats and a couple other beings as you make your way through, and eventually, as you guys all find your way following Reagan's map through to the end of the sewer, you see the doorway that leads down to a sort of crypt-like staircase that you can only assume is the entrance to the catacombs. Hey, Ellie again. Thank you for listening. As always, I'd like to thank our producer, Who's, at who's.music. And I would also like to thank our sponsor, Alpha Lupine Images, for donating the equipment to help us make more content with better quality. Thank you to Darbii, Cal, Parker, Trent, and Tyler for their great performances. Thanks again for listening. If you'd like to support us, you can visit our website, clocktoweragent.com, and click the button that says support us. Or you can visit patreon.com/clocktower. We have 3 different tiers, and all of them unlock different benefits. One of those benefits is Clocking Those Towers, the Clock Tower post show. We record after every episode, so you can come listen to our honest reactions. If you do decide to support us, thank you. And as always, we release on a bi-weekly basis, so episode 19 will be out on Friday, March 5th. Until then, time's ticking. See you in the Clock Tower.